योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम। राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, சுரக்குமார் யோகிராம் சுரக்குமார் யோகிராம் சுரக்குமார் ஜெய குரு ராயா
Yogi Ram Surat Kumar
रघुकुमार योगीनाथ रघुकुमार योगीनाथ रघुकुमार जय गुरुराया योगीनाथ रघुकुमार योगीनाथ रघुकुमार योगीनाथ रघुकुमार जय गुरुराया Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Ram Yogi Ram Rakma Yogi Ram Rakma Yogi Ram Rama 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 भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। We have been extremely fortunate that we have been blessed with this session of the Nama Mantras, Nama Sankirtan, in appreciation, in adoration, in celebration of this grace. We have offered the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Likewise, whatever is left behind of the day, we shall continue to offer all our actions as seva lotuses at his lotus feet. Now, Bhagavan often said, the name and the named are one and the same. Sometimes he would say, the name is more important than the form. There is also a story which I have already shared with you about a lady who could not afford the travel fare from Thoothukudi to Tiruvannamalai, but she was longing so much for the darshan of Bhagavan that she began to save money with great difficulty, and finally she made it all to Tiruvannamalai, Sannadhi Street. Then Bhagavan asked her, why would you spend so much money and come all the way with such great difficulty? If you had called out my name, this beggar's name, this beggar would have come rushing to you. She said, yes, Swami, I was calling out your name. But then, how would I know that you have come? I could not find out. Then, it is then that he said that this beggar would come in the form of a butterfly to assure you there is no fear when I am here with you. Not to worry. So you see, the name, Bhagavan also said to some people, when they wanted a photograph or something, he would say this beggar's form is not very important. You chant the name wherever you are. The name helps not only the chanter and the people around, but also the whole world and this beggar's father's work. Now, in tune with Bhagavan's teaching, we shall see a beautiful story in Ramayana. That is, when Sri Rama came up to the tip of southern India, he had to cross the ocean to go to Sri Lanka. Not only he, but the whole lot of monkeys, the monkey army. So they were suggesting so many things. And every time a stone, a limestone, which was available there at the time, it was dropped into the ocean, it would immerse, it would get drowned and go and settle down at the bottom. So they were really worried. If they have to build a bridge there between this place and Sri Lanka, the bridge of the stones must be on the water, on the surface of the water. But then, how to make the stones float? Now, suddenly it struck Hanuman. As the story goes, he took a stone and wrote Sri Ram, and then threw it into the water, and this time it floated, to the surprise and delight of all the monkeys. So immediately the other monkeys caught hold of it and added to it Nal and Neel. Two monkeys had a boon. If they threw the stone into the water, it would float, not drown. So they made use of this. Now Hanumanji went and said to Rama, see the power of your name. When we threw the stone into the water, without your name, it got drowned. But as soon as he wrote your name, it began to float to suit our mission. It's all the greatness of your name. Then Rama said, it is your bhakti, your devotion to Sri Ram, me, that made it possible. It's not the name. It is bhakti with which you wrote the name. That is responsible for this wonder. They all said, no, Swami, it is yours, your power, your presence that made it possible. Then Sri Rama said, okay, let's test it. And then he took a stone and threw it into the water, and the stone went down completely. It got drowned. Immediately Sri Rama said, look, when I throw it, it gets drowned. So it's not me, it's not my power that can do things. It is your bhakti. Then they all finally understood that it is the name, the power of his name, written there with bhakti of Hanuman. So we need depth and the name. Then miracles happen easily. So Sri Rama concluded, my name is greater than my form. This is exactly what Bhagavan said. You don't have to come all the way to see the form of this beggar. Wherever you are, you chant this beggar's name. And you will see, this beggar would appear there. He might appear in some form or the other. He said, in the form of a butterfly. This butterfly would behave very differently from the other butterflies. For those people who had experiences with the butterfly, they stand a testimony to this experience. This butterfly would be very specific in places it visits, where it sits down. So here, we understand from this story that the name is greater than the form. And this is what Bhagavan insisted upon. I would like to add just one more idea which is very important, because It came right from the mouth of Bhagwan. He said, those of you who chant this beggar's name, be sure at your last moment of life, this beggar would appear before you and take you by hand. You don't have to worry about being a preta, becoming a ghost and wandering around. This beggar would come. You would be able to see this beggar. And this beggar would sit by your side and take you by hand. There will be no fear of death. So, this is the power of the name, let's remember it. And we shall make our prayer today. Bhagwan, we beg you, koti times, million times, to intervene with your divine power and grace and change the course of this world. For this world is full of violence. And those violent incidents that happen all around are frightening, sickening. We beg you to bring in peace, harmony, discipline, control, and unity into the lives of people so that people live a dharmic life with remembrance of your name. And we beg you again to stop those violent wars with their disastrous effects so that peace be prevalent once again. And Bhagwan, we beg you again and again, a million times, to bless this world, all the countries, so that there will be no thought of war at all among the countries of the world. There should be not even mention of the word war. We also beg you to keep under control those cruel killer diseases that attack all of a sudden the humanity, and the violent furies of nature and those devastating accidents. We also beg you above all to uproot all the negativities of the human mind which are responsible for today's world of violence. And Bhagwan, whichever country people belong to, whatever religion they have embraced, everybody has to suffer from their past bad karmas. The law of karma is precise, relentless, and unsparing. It doesn't spare even avatars. Rama, Krishna, they all had to do their atonement after they killed the asuras. Now, above this, the saving grace is, above this law of karma, there is causeless grace of God. So let us appeal to His compassion and generosity and pray that His grace should reach out to all those people all over the world who suffer without help or protection. We also pray to you, Bhagwan, that you protect all those unselfish people who have been slogging for the welfare of the others from unnecessary, unhealthy, unworthy remarks of criticism and aspersion. And Bhagwan, we pray to you to promote the economy of the country and the growth of the country in varied spheres of activity so that India would reach that high level of the world teacher to conduct the whole world in the path of Dharma. We also pray to you in all intensity, earnestness and sincerity for ceaseless and joyful chanting of your name and unbroken remembrance of your leelas and teachings so that we assimilate it and make it into our Atma Shakti. Bhagwan, we beg you again to bless us all to be only sattvic instruments in your hands and not rakshasic, even by mistake. Please bless our everyday life so that we run it as an offering to you and not be caught by the temptations of Maya. We seek that ultimate state of being, the state of bliss and peace, the state of pure awareness of yours. But then we know that our minds have to be purified. The minds are right now full of the residual, latent tendencies of the past karma and worldly desires. So what happens? There are sudden attacks of vicious fear, an attack of vicious anger, an attack of jealousy and vengeance. And what happens? We pour out abuse thoughtlessly. And of course, the attack of passion and sorrow. Bhagavan often said that an owl will close its eyes when the sun is up there and bright and say, oh, the world is full of darkness. I don't see any light at all. So there are people, despite all the blessings they have, they always grumble. They catch hold of something they are lacking in and then blow it out of all proportion and finally land in depression and medicine. But then you have said the name of God, just as we saw in the story today. The divine name is a very powerful weapon which can destroy all our karmas and the vasanas of the mind. It can purify us. We take refuge in your powerful name and pray to you for early purification. And Bhagavan, wherever we live in this world, whatever work falls into our hand as our duty, we know it's all your work and we should be able to do it in the spirit of service to you, and that joyfully, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, so that every one of our actions will become Atma Shakti. Please bless us to practice acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow. It happens to us because of the divine will and our karmic account. But then the divine will is there. So it's coming from God, from the source. So it can only be a great blessing which will promote our spiritual growth and our closeness to God. So instead of letting ourselves get hurt, if we very stubbornly look upon it as a blessing, we will very soon see how it is a blessing. Every adversity will end up in a higher wisdom, purifying our mind, and we begin to understand that there is only God who is our strength and protection. Neither money nor power nor relatives nor friends can be a substitute. We pray to you, Bhagavan, to bless us all, to be grateful to you, even for the adversities of life. And we seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek redemption, liberation from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, the root cause of which is ahambhava, the utter selfishness of I and mine. We beg you, Bhagavan, to uproot this ahambhava and promote Atma Bhava, so that we all be blessed with that immortal life, in merger with you, or continued servitude in surrender to you, that eternal, supreme divinity. Jai Kaviraj Satguru.